So what is going on, guys? So today we're so excited to finally announce an algorithmic trading system, or what we like to call the money printer.
The money printer is our automated trading system that Justin and I implemented from scratch. We were able to trade both real and fake money on both stocks and options in real time. So if you're interested in knowing more about what the money printer is, then stick around. We know you're going to like this video.
So without further ado,
Let's get started.
Justin here, and we're back with the Starks Twins algo trading system, otherwise known as the money printer. So the money printer has everything that you would need on the front end for the dashboard, but Austin and I are going to go in great detail what exactly each of this stuff is. But if you have any questions at all, please just comment it down on the comment section below. So on the left hand side, we have our current portfolio and our current portfolio value. The money printer didn't do that great today. It lost about $100 and it lost around 0.97%. But as we expand the money printer, we can see how the portfolio did over time in the last 30 days, which is when the system started on February 1st. This system had $10,096 and it gained 0.95% or $96. So Austin and I briefly mentioned this earlier, but the money printer can use both real and fake money with both stocks and options. So in this current portfolio, this is just a paper testing portfolio, just so that we can see if there's any latent bugs in the system before we transition to using real money. On the right-hand side, you can see the transaction history, and the transaction history is sorted by the last executed order. And if we scroll to the right at the transaction history, we can see what strategy executed this buy. So Austin is going to go in much more greater detail on what exactly is a strategy, what exactly is a portfolio, and how exactly that a strategy or portfolio differs. But essentially, a portfolio is just a collection of similar strategies, and the Starks Twins Fubo stock double down strategy was the one strategy that executed the buy of 17.14 shares of Fubo at $43.75 a share. So this system does support fractional shares, but if your brokerage does not, or for whatever reason you do not want fractional shares, you can easily just turn that off in the back end to simulate it with just exactly how you want to perform your trades. As you can see on the bottom, this is our current portfolio listing and what strategy executed what portfolio. The reason why you see two Fubos here is because Fubo was executed with one strategy at around $49.78 a share. And then later on, it was executed again with a different strategy at $43.75 a share. So if a condition is fulfilled and then the stock will buy is essentially the format of our algorithmic trading system. And at the bottom here, we have a portfolio list. And this actually does not do anything right now, but later on, when you have multiple portfolios, it hyperlinks to a portfolio page. So that's all we have for the landing page, and Austin will be going in more greater detail on the other functionality of the algorithmic trading system. But if you have any questions at all on what exactly that this page has, please just leave it in the comment section below.
Hey guys, Austin here, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how one can make a complex trading strategy using the money printer. And before I begin, I'm going to first kind of explain what exactly is a trading strategy in this context and what is a portfolio in this context. So a trading strategy, you can think of it sort of like the smallest computation required to make a trade, that is a buy or a sell. Each trading strategy is associated with the target asset, the type of asset it is, and the conditions that must be satisfied in order to buy or sell that strategy. And then a portfolio can kind of be defined as a collection of trading strategies that you want to keep track of in one organized instance. So I'm going to be showing you right now how to make a portfolio and how to make a strategy using the money printer. So I'll first go to create new portfolio and type in the name of that portfolio. And right now I've been feeling bullish on CCIV. As you know, CCIV might be nearing a deal with Lucid Motors, and if that happens, there's no telling how much this stock will rocket in the next few days. So we're going to go ahead and try to buy CCIV stock. And then, if that position goes against us, we're going to go buy some CCIV options using the money printer. Let's go ahead and type in the strategy name of CCIV ordinary stock and the target asset of CCIV. We'll start this strategy with an initial value of $10,000. And now we have to decide how much CCIV stock are we going to buy during each buy instance. Let's say we want to buy 75% of our buying power in CCIV stock. And anytime we sell CCIV, we want to sell half of the positions that we currently have. So now we're going to have to develop some buying conditions for CCIV stock. So we're going to buy CCIV if we have no CCIV stock and if we have no CCIV options. So let's do that right here. Click add buying conditions and go to have position condition. And then we'll type CCIV stock. And we want to buy this CCIV stock when we have equal to 0 assets of CCIV stock. And we must also have 0 assets of CCIV option. And that's it. That's how easy it is to make a complex piece of trading logic using the money printer. And to sell this stock, we're never going to sell this stock unless something crazy happens. If CCIV is up 200% on our current positions, then we'll go ahead and sell some of our CCIV stock, but not all at once. We also want to make it so that we cannot sell CCIV if we have sold any CCIV stock in the past 14 days. So this is going to really make it so we're going to hold some CCIV for the long term. And once all these buying and selling conditions are thought up, we can click create strategy and boom, we've created a new strategy and a new portfolio. So let's go ahead and navigate to our strategy, click portfolios, and see what we have here. We have our CCIV ordinary stock strategy. But that's not enough because, as you know, all investors want to have more than one small piece of logic for making a trade. So now let's go ahead, create new strategy, and we're going to add this strategy to an existing portfolio. We're going to click the CCIV Boomer portfolio and give this option strategy a boomer name like CCIV Boomer Options. Because as you know, options are a lot more volatile than ordinary stock. They can boom your account in both good and bad ways, depending on your luck. So let's type CCIV for the target asset and change the asset type to options. We're going to keep the initial value of $10,000 because that's enough money for our trading strategy. And as you can see, when we click options, these new fields pop up already pre-populated with some long-term options. The closest expiration will be this August the 15th, and the furthest expiration is February 11th, 2022. It is going to prefer options in the middle of this range. But if we wanted to, we could say we prefer closer. We can change the dates to be weekly options. We can do whatever we want with the money printer, but we're not going to change anything because these are the best options that we think we can buy. So we're going to have options that are 10% out the money, and we're going to ensure we're buying calls and not puts. And now we have to think, how much CCIV options do we want to buy at any period of time? So we're going to try to only spend around 35% of our buying power on CCIV options. And to reiterate, the buying power it's talking about is the initial value for this strategy. It's not going to consider other strategies when it says 35% of the buying power. Is only going to consider the money deposited within this strategy. And when we sell, we're going to sell half of the positions, half of the options we have of CCIV. So now we're going to think a little harder. What are the buying conditions? If you remember from the last strategy, we bought CCIV stock when we had 0 shares of CCIV and we had 0 options of CCIV, but this one's a little different. We want to buy CCIV options when CCIV is low for the week, or if the current holdings in CCIV is down a large percent. And we can make that type of conditional logic ridiculously easy using the money printer. Let's go to add buying condition. Let's go to percent change condition. And we want to buy when the CCIV stock that we're currently holding is down 20% or more. Or if CCIV is low for the week, we'll also buy some CCIV within this one strategy. So there's a lot of configurations for the price is at historically conditioned. You don't have to worry about what any of this means right now. We're going to do the simplest thing possible. We're going to say if CCIV is at the low, we're only going to look at the low prices for the past 7 days. If CCIV is at these lows, -1 standard deviation, and then we're going to be purchasing some more CCIV options. And that's it. Look how complex this trading logic was and how easy it was to do using the money printer. And now we're going to add a simple selling condition. If the percent change in our CCIV option is greater than 60%, then we're going to sell our CCIV options. And that's it. We're going to click create strategy and voila, we're done. Let's go ahead and look back at our current portfolios, and we can now see we have 2 strategies, one buying CCIV stock and one buying CCIV options. And the logic that was demonstrated in this video isn't the most complex trading logic. In real life, you'll add a bunch of other different conditions, but we just wanted to show how we can make compound conditions very easily using the money printer. So that's really all we have for this video. If you guys like the money printer, please give this video a like and also share it amongst your friends. And if you have any questions at all and any suggestions for future videos, please leave them down below in the comment section. We have loads of video ideas planned for the money printer. We have ideas of having a community portfolio that's built upon in the comment section. We have ideas of giving other people tips for making their own algo trading system. But if you have any suggestions at all for what we can do with our automated trading system, leave those suggestions down below in the comments. But that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching.